Might be for your reading. I'm not sure. I don't remember having that one in mind, but I don't know.
Oh dear.
I don't know.
3. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today.
Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Happy summer solstice. And happy Father's Day to all those fathers out there. Hey, Weasel.
Hi, Weasel.
See you've come in the room. We'll get you on the list.
And it is summer solstice, and we
Yes.
did a special little small kind of token-ish ceremony.
Well, I mean, one can argue how summer solstice it is, but we sang, oh God, some summer solstice songs, and we did the Journey of the Fool, which we had performed in a summer solstice ritual
Twice,
many
actually,
years
before
ago.
this, yeah.
And so the Journey of the Fool, for those who don't know, is an allegorical or metaphorical journey that, we all take, where we start off innocent like the fool, and we go through the different stages and aspects of life and meet, the forces of the magician, the high priestess, all these things along the way.
Because in esoterics, the study of tarot also involves some deeper, more underlying principles.
Right.
And so we incorporate those into our work, both in tarot reading, but also this is another part of ourselves that we wanted to share.
Right. And so I wrote all of those lines. I had sent them out individually on Twitter and Facebook in the past, but that's the way the whole ceremony is supposed to go, basically, but in a more fun way as we did it on our show. So I hope you enjoy that and get a chance to see that. Also, Material Matters went out today, and
My Tarot Navigator.
his Tarot Navigator came
But there was
out
also
today.
the monthly modality message.
Exactly,
Yes.
that's what I was getting at, Mr. O. Our monthly
were.
modality message came out because it is now Cancer season.
So that's the forecast working with the modality energies of the zodiac. So that was aired this very early morning at midnight, actually, as the sun, well, we said the sun moves into Cancer. But we also did the Material Matters this morning.
Right. So lots of content today out there in YouTube land. So check it out.
Here's a brief promo.
Oh, you're going to play the promo.
Yes, for it's just an abbreviated one, so that's all there is.
Okay. Speaking of things, I've got the card for the collective here. Oh, are you playing? Okay. It's coming on mine late as usual.
Well, I am ready for you here.
I know you are, but what am I? So,
I ponder that.
I am using some little tiny deck I have in honor of the Magic of Midsummer Forest Fae deck. It's just a cute, by Nadia Turner, cute little deck. Mr. O, I'm going to have you do something a little different.
That's fabulous.
And draw 3 cards.
Oh.
Just draw 3. I want to see if they're going to match up at all. They're very short little things on the cards that we read.
All right.
And you might, if you can't read them, you might want me to, because one of them, okay, they're
Well, I'll
not
tell
on
you
dark
what,
backgrounds.
they're your gig, so I'll
Yeah,
let
I
you
will-
do them.
Why, thank you. So is this in the order I pulled them? The Troll Fae.
Yes.
So we have pulled the Troll Fae, and the Troll Fae says, follow the secret signs, as treasures can be found where you least expect them. And we have the Owl Song, and the Owl Song says, whisper secrets to the moonlight, find strength in stillness. Sonny, now you're getting on my nerves. Stay here.
She's wrestling the cat.
I am. And then we have the Honey Mother. Oh, look at that. That's really awesome.
Sometimes the greatest magic lies in the smallest of forms.
So, what can we make of this? Following the secret signs, treasures can be found where you least expect them. Find strength in the stillness. and magic lies in the smallest of forms. So, signs and synchronicities don't always just shout out at you. Sometimes they're very subtle. And so you have to look, to the small things sometimes to find, your signs and the messages that Spirit has for you.
All right.
So that's what I have from this cute little deck for the collective. And we are going to move on today. Wow, it's maybe a short Sunday today. Who knows? People will pop in or not. I know people are busy with solstice activities, so, it might just end up being
Or Father's Day activities.
Father's Day, absolutely. So people might be very busy.
We ourselves have been invited to a backyard barbecue, and it's by Monster, our son. So we're going to celebrate Father's Day.
Dual Father's Day there.
With the monster of monsters, of all monsters.
And but it might be dicey. There is supposed to be rain later, so we'll see how that goes.
So I have 3 sets of cards too. I have the Cat People Tarot, and that's the 4 of Swords. And then I'm using the Dame Fortune Wheel Tarot, and that's the 6 of Coins. And then, of course, the fabulous Adrian Tarot, and that's the Devil. Boy, he looks good. Sharp-dressed devil. Or, well, actually, he wasn't very well dressed, was he? Sorry.
Am I up?
You're up. You're way up.
So we have that illustrious Mermaid Tarot. Here is the King of Cups in that deck. Kind of a dark, sort of a gloomy, watery version here. But the King of Cups, and that is by Lisa Robertson. And
Thank
Julie
you,
Dillon
Libra.
did the art.
And hello.
Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Libra. And we have in the Animals Divine deck, here is the Chariot in that deck. Freya is featured there, I see. And the Mystic Fae Tarot, we have the Temperance card in that deck. This beautiful sunny looking fairy. And then finally I have this Reflective Tarot, which is nice, shiny, sparkly, and small. So that's my decks, and we have the Lenormand tiles in here that were created by Jamie Sawyer. What was I going to say? There was something I was going to say. Oh, also today, because it's summer solstice, we created a 3-card spread for the summer solstice that we did on our summer solstice special for the collective, but we can do it as a version for anybody who wants it today. And just ask for it. Just say you want the summer solstice reading. It talks about your shadow side and, just what's happening, what your focus is going to be for the summer months, something like that. So I'm just going to give you the reading on my computer, and I'll bring it up if we need it.
Is that better?
Can you hear us?
Note to self, don't put anything else on that table.
All right.
We have a jiggly cord and it jiggles.
Yeah, it's possible we may need a new microphone.
We have to get a whole new microphone.
May not be the cord, but it's probably the microphone.
The jiggly cord damaged the microphone is what our best guess is based on Monster looking into this.
So, because the cord we bought should have worked, and since it's not, it's got to be an internal problem now with the way it's connecting. So we apologize. So if the sound does go out, let us know. We'll get back up. All right. So basically, did you hear the part about the summer solstice reading? So you can ask for that if you want it. Otherwise, just ask for whatever you want. Let's see. So we had the thing about My Sweet Christina's. I saw your question.
Mm-hmm.
I am not sure what that relates to. Do you know what that could relate
No,
to?
so it sounds like a perfect yes or no question.
It does sound like a yes or no question, so we will do that first.
Yes, we're just going to do it as a straight up yes or no, and then maybe we can see what else is going on there.
Yeah, we've got it, my sweet.
Thank you.
So are you going to play with my computer? No, you can't. Man, Sonny. Sonny just had to make an appearance on our special summer solstice thing. Part of the problem is once we start singing, the cats just seem to come around. They're very critical, though, hypercritical of our singing, I think.
Well, it wasn't always like that because we were doing rehearsals and we were just singing and we were trying to match our voices. So much for that. And
Yeah, so much
all
for
of a
that.
sudden, Sonny came up and just started crying at us like he was... And I'm like, is it saying shut up or is it saying I want
know.
to sing with you?
I know. I don't know if it was hurtful to his ears.
Where does it hurt? He was saying.
But as it turns out,
We're being tested. So, what's in it for us?
yeah, what do we get? Do we graduate or something?
Do we get the special award
We get a
for?
diploma?
Yeah, I want a diploma. I want a master's degree in thinkology. Oh wait, that was in The Wizard of Oz, right?
Well, you know, sometimes with the goofy questions, the cards like to mess with you, so don't be surprised.
We
by what
actually
they
enjoy the odd questions
yeah.
we get from several people, so we're just teasing. I hope you know that.
Okay, I lost count because of this
I think it
cat.
was 6.
Was it?
I think it was.
You are correct. Wow. All right, let's get these two cards up.
Okay.
We have the star reversed, and we have the two
Wait, I
of
gotta
cups.
pull that over. Hold on.
Sorry, we have the two of cups reversed. I'm just going to put these piles together because he's not giving me any room at all.
We could have shuffled up to that point.
Yep. There we go. We did get an ace, but it is
It looks like it's leaning to no.
it's leaning towards no, but there's some interesting cards here. So is that why it's leaning towards no? There seemed to be little, they felt there was little to gain by this, maybe.
Or
That-
to believe in.
Or to believe in. Maybe they felt they couldn't fool anybody. But also, maybe it's because they really were, I don't know.
Were they
Two of
looking
Cups.
for one person in particular to believe them or to trust them or to harmonize towards this idea? Because I'm getting the idea that maybe the play or whatever this was viewed by more than one, but maybe there was more specific persons that were trying to be convinced of this or trying to understand the question here or something like that.
Libra, cuss,
Oh.
that's awesome. You know, we did tell you changes were afoot. You know, I always
Good luck.
hesitated to go the work route with some of our cards because I know you weren't working and I wasn't sure if you really were looking for work. But
That's
we did
awesome.
notice financial changes were
Yeah, I
coming.
thought we did. Yeah. So good luck. I hope that all works out. Hi, Stacy S.
Hey, good morning to you.
Happy
Welcome.
solstice. And sometimes I see your name and I think of another friend of ours,
That's
Stacy
right.
S., who would also be saying blessed solstice.
Yes. Yes, good to see you. Good to see you. So I guess, my sweet Christina, the interesting thing is this Two of Cups in the center. It's almost as if maybe they felt they weren't getting cooperation. Maybe they were feeling that they were being abandoned by somebody, or, they were trying to get somebody's attention by doing this because of that star reversed. But it seems like, it backfired. So it's leaning towards no.
It is.
I don't know if that makes sense, with the question you asked. But I'm willing to do a Lenormand on this too.
Yeah, let's see what
Let's
that
see
says.
what we get from that. We pull a handy Lenormand tile.
Our
out
sunny
here.
cat over here is just totally demanding attention.
Pull one, Mr. O.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
He's quite the
Here,
bother.
I have a mouse. Eat the mouse. Yeah, that's it. You
Oh,
almost
okay.
did.
3 Stacys, and what do you get? Well, we don't have the other Stacy here, but I pulled my Lenormand. And I have the lily, and you have the scythe. And we don't have something to put the...
Okay,
things
and I guess, is this considered, this is facing it. So,
I'm going to get our little stand for it. Go on. I'm listening.
well, I'm thinking, this one's kind of a tricky one for me. I feel that the lily might be indicating that, that maybe they didn't do it because they felt it would make people feel that they lacked maturity, that they lacked, intelligence by trying to fool people. Maybe they felt there was nothing long, because sometimes the lilies can be about, aging or long-term maturation. Maybe they felt ultimately there was nothing to be gained by it.
Well, I almost wonder too if maybe this is some sort of test or an admission or an evaluation that somebody is deciding, that they have to leave certain things behind, childlike things behind, and maybe think about where, they're maturing, that maybe there's a sense of maturation here. Somebody who maybe wants to kind of deceive or kind of use these false ideas, apples equals to oranges.
That's the best we can do with that. I'm glad you think we're on point.
Okay, thank you.
We'll take it. Thanks for challenging us, my sweet. We really do.
And Libra, good luck with the
appreciate
freshman child. Isn't ours going into 9th grade?
it. Oh, I didn't even see that. Libra's got
Our granddaughter, that is.
our granddaughter is in 9th grade. Yes.
Right, and I guess that's
Yeah.
what's going on with your child. So that's
Yeah.
very cool. Congratulations.
Yep.
It'll be work.
Thankfully, we'll see her again today. It's really exciting.
Yeah, we're going
when
to
I can
see our
do
granddaughter
that.
today, so that'll be nice.
I keep trying to talk to her, try to talk her into working on a project for me, because she's an artist and I want to enlist an artist's help in something I want to do. So I'm going to have another chance to chat it up with her about that today. Hey, Mama T, excuse me, you are up. After Mama T is Lena, Angel Mary, Gina, Weasel, Libra, Cusp, and Stacy. Are you here for a reading? So I'll add you to the list. It's not that long.
So you are welcome, my sweet. And that's interesting. I'll have to look for that. I know you said you sent something, so I'll take a look at that.
I can't always keep up with everybody on Twitter. We've got now 2,000 followers there, which thank you very much if you are one of them. Stacy is one of our Twitter followers, and so I say really appreciate you, Stacy. And if I'm not keeping up with you there, my apologies. It just gets kind of dicey trying to find people and their posts all the time. That's what I find on Twitter anyway.
All right, so hope you can wait around for the reading. It probably won't be forever.
All right.
We tend to get a little gabby.
So, Mama T has summer solstice reading. You've got it, Mama T. And
All
thank
right,
goodness
thank
Sunny's
you.
gone, because I'm going to retake the table and bring up my reading. It's basically a 3-card reading, and what it'll show is what's happening now, what your focus is going to be, what will be revealed to you, and no, what does your shadow side reveal about you? You are going to stop this. Sonny, no. No. You can't go there. You can't go there. Uh-huh. There we are. Do you remove me when I do that? Is that what you did?
No, I was actually doing something else.
Oh, okay.
I was debating whether or not I wanted to lift up the camera and let him come over this way, but he never stays long enough for me to make it viable.
So it's just not worth it.
If he wouldn't keep getting up and down, I would probably...
Cats do what they do. There. Okay. So let's go. Is it your deck?
Didn't I use it last time?
For my sweets? Okay, maybe you did. I am forgetting, so let's use mine.
Well, it's this cat stuff.
It is this cat stuff. And it's not going to get any
You're
easier.
adorable, but you're a bother.
I have nowhere to
Do you want me to shuffle them
Why don't
first?
you shuffle first, and I'll figure it out.
Alrighty.
I'll just move this down and give myself a little more space.
Thank you, Mama T. That's very nice. Appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is those pesky algorithms or something. It's irritating. And it's really weird because I like to go through and retweet all my tarot people on Twitter, but some days they're all right there, front and center, and I can just, read them, retweet them, move on, and then other days, where'd they go? Why aren't they there? So it's just, it's funny to me how it works sometimes, and I haven't totally mastered the Twitter yet, but I sure am having fun with it.
This is a summer, right?
Correct. So
Okay.
3 cards.
So our first card is the Ten of Swords.
Wowzers, but that's okay. That's all right. That is a focus.
Our
I
second
think we know
card
what that's about too, Mama T.
is the Emperor.
Awesome.
And then our
Okay.
last card is the Three of Cups, the Polar Bear.
Wow, Mama T. All
These
right.
are pretty nice.
We have some interesting things to tell you here. So basically, that first card, the Ten of Swords, is what is heating up now. What will be the focus of your attention in the summer months? And I feel that you are dealing with a difficult situation through the summer. Somebody who really does not have or somebody or some buddies who do not have your best interests at heart. You feel like you've been betrayed in some ways, stabbed in the back, treated unfairly.
It's absolutely adversity. It's forces that are aligned against you. I'm not going to say they're evil, but one could say that. They are people who definitely don't have your best wishes at heart.
Boy, I have a feeling you know what this is.
They may feel that they don't like you and that they want you to be kind of removed from the situation, excised. It's that whole sword thing. However, as Banshee pointed out, and as we always point out, the idea that you're overcoming this is clearly there. It's that
the
light
sun
at the center.
is returning, just like, the sun, summer solstice here, there's a turning point coming where it looks like things are righting themselves because what's that second card?
The Emperor.
The Emperor. You are regaining
Fabulous.
Control. You know what? It's like you have decided not to be a victim of circumstance, but to take control over these circumstances and not let yourself be disempowered by this situation.
I think it also represents the idea that the authority that you are taking is respected, that other people are acknowledging you are the authority in whatever these matters are. So I think that's a big part of it, is that something happens that basically puts you that way.
That's what's being revealed to you. You know, what illuminations are being revealed to you.
So you are understanding.
You're understanding now. You need to take that control.
Right, but also too how people more or less expect you to, because they respect you, they respect those abilities you have. They see that already in you. So then the shadow.
Ultimately, the sun reveals our shadow. What does your shadow side reveal about you?
You want the good times.
No, you know what? You're tired. Yeah, you want good times back. You want to return to happiness and joy and celebration. You want to make that happen. You know, and I feel like you will. You know, this just seems like a very, you know, even though these are specific positions in the spread, this seems like a very sequential sort of thing, doesn't it?
It does, and if I had to get a little bit personal, I'd say that maybe you are looking at a happy event later on in the summer, that you're just sort of wearing that a little bit, or you will be revealing that. You're happy because maybe somebody you know is tying the knot, or somebody you know is celebrating their life, and you're included in that. Or
you yourself may very well be the one celebrating by summer's end. It looks really positive. Well, let's see what the Lenormand has to say about that, eh? Oh, I went first again, Mr. O. I'm sorry.
I thought I did last time.
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, I paused because I thought I did, so I thought I was letting you have the first turn. And I have the cross.
Oh, my.
So.
Well, I feel as though, you know, change doesn't come easy. You know, there is some grief involved with everything that you're going through. But just know that a new beginning is coming. But, you know, to get there, you're probably going to, you know, it's going to be a little bit hard. It's going to be a little bit of struggle. Nothing is necessarily easy. But I feel that once you regain control and you not allow this situation to get the better of you, you know, there will be celebration.
The stork is a little bit like the heron to me. There's a similarity there. Also some symbolic ones. And hi, Angel. Thanks for coming. But I'm actually wondering, maybe you can help me out with this. Is this possible that maybe this is suggesting that maybe something that you were thinking was the new plan might actually not be, and that maybe it would be something else, and like maybe you'll find this out later, but that one idea is really not going to happen. It's going to be something different.
Well,
it's just what I feel in a way.
Well, if you feel it, I would go with it. Traditionally, I look at the cross as not so much an ending in and of itself, but maybe, you know, the passing of something has happened, and it's the grief or loss or worries or stress indicated by that. So I feel that, you know, whatever is coming to an end and a new change is developing, it's going to be a little bit of a rough road. It's just going to be a little bit of a struggle getting there, but it's worth the journey, because I feel that, you know, ultimately you're moving in a very positive direction.
Right, and I feel that ultimately too, I feel there's a great lineup here, and so what I really think with the Lenormand is that maybe it's a different new beginning than what you thought, that maybe something else you hadn't thought was going to change direction for you will.
Hey, I hope you like that reading that I devised for today. I just created on the fly with Mr. O's help. So thank you for trying it.
Thanks, Mama T.
Maybe I'll add that to my 3-card spreads.
I see you over here trying to get closer.
And good luck with the summer. I think it looks great. I think it's shaping up. And Lena, you are next. And after Lena's Angel Mary, then Gina, Weasel, Libra Cusp, Stacy, and Angel Rivera.
And Lena would like a general reading.
All right, then.
So that's back to me then, right?
That goes back to you, Mr. O.
I'm doing Sunny Cam.
Oh.
Well, you can try to get him to look over this way, maybe. And I think we'll take the Adrian Tarot.
Well, you know, Sonny, when you want him to look at the camera...
You're welcome, Mama Teresa.
Oh, hey, you are welcome. You should. You should be feeling a lot better. I think, this is a very positive turn for you.
Thanks for the question, Lena. All right.
I hope he decides to give us a break at some point. Just for a little while. Aw. They were very distressed last night as fireworks were going off. They're
Very
in a
loud.
park that's fairly close to us, and so it's visible. A lot of the show is visible right from our driveway, which is really nice. We don't have to go into crowds to see them. So every year I just walk outside and watch the show. Unfortunately, as soon as they start, the cats make a beeline for the upstairs and bury themselves under blankets or whatever.
Indeed. Okay, so we're gonna. Sorry.
Sorry, I got room. As long as I kind of can angle myself here. People have been taking advantage of our 2-for-1 reading special, so we're just going to remind people that that's still available till the end of June. You can check our TFT's website, tfttarotfortoday.com, for more information on that.
Yes, it's 2 readings for the price of 1, so you get to choose. Just look at that information.
And you can have a wonderful private video featuring us, or we will send you a PDF copy of the reading. All right.
Remember, too, that we're on twice a week live.
Mm-hmm.
Schedule posted there. Okay, general reading for Lena.
Let's see what we have.
So we have the reversed 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Discs. We have the reversed Queen of Swords.
Ooh. But it's reversed, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we have a reversed Ace of Swords.
So we have some reversals going on here, Lena. I think this is a time of a little bit of a lack of balance in things. Like maybe there could be a number of reasons why. You could be putting too much attention in one area of your life at the expense of others. It's possible too that maybe some decisions are coming up that you have to be careful about what you commit to, what you can do and what you can't do, or what is right to do and what is not right to do. You've got to be very careful and calculating. And I think this is a situation where it is head over heart. You have to use your head when you're making these decisions, and don't let your emotions sway you.
That's pretty much what I got. I think that there is these questions about balance right now, or decisions, and I think they are more about either career or vocation or what you do. So even if you don't necessarily have a career or work, you have things you have to do, and so it still could be about those things. And some of this is, as Banshee indicated, decisions you have to make. You're actually probably wondering if you can make these decisions the way they need to be made and maybe still have somebody care about you or respect you, because these decisions, usually you're going to have to be a little bit more stern or harsh because of the gravity of the decisions here. Yet mostly what I see is that it's really perhaps about just forwarding either this sense of your career, your vocation, or bringing an order to the surroundings, which is also where I could see this decision about.
Well, it could be about career or education or things of that nature, but not necessarily. This could have to do with justice. This could have to do with other areas of your life where critical thinking is very important now, as opposed to acting out of your heart and what you feel is right. It's not about what you feel, it's about what really logically makes sense now for you. And I think that's what you have to focus on here. The other thing is, when I look at that, there is a possibility here that this could be somebody outside of you who you're worried about making a decision that's going to affect you adversely or possibly disrupt your life. I'm just going to throw that out there if you feel that resonates with you, because that is possible.
Right, the idea that you're facing to somebody's decision that will have an impact for you.
Yeah. So let's see if the Lenormand can give us more on that, on this whole thing.
And I have the house.
Oh. I have the mice. So I don't know if this is relating to trouble in the home, the home environment, or your security in some way, your sense of security, whether this is financial security, stability, or, maybe your sense of security in your relationships with others. But, you're in separation.
Well, I wonder if this is sort of suggesting that it is about the house, perhaps, or property, or mutual items. And I'm wondering if there's sort of this, neediness on their part, the ex's part, trying to be troublesome just for the sake of being troublesome, that it's really not so much totally malicious, but just sort of being a little bit troublesome, irritating. And I don't remember, I know you've talked to us before about this, and I guess you were wondering about reconciliation possible. So I'm just wondering if there are issues that maybe they are feeling they don't feel fair about in some way. I'm not saying that they're right at all by any means, but that there sort of is this irritating feel about something here.
There really is a sense of a lack of balance and harmony. And, and also that a lot hinges on decisions. So it could be, that you're waiting for somebody else to make a final decision on something. And I have to say, honestly, right now, it doesn't look very positive. This may be a situation, and that's why things are out of balance right now, is maybe there is this sense that the only way you're going to right this is to maybe decide to move on. I'm not sure. But I do sense your security, you feel your security, your sense of security and stability is at stake here. You pulled a card?
I pulled a card from the bottom because I just sort of felt a sense of this. I'm not going to say this is an outcome, but it could just be another factor. But it's the Chariot reversed, and so this is suggesting that there maybe is a poor or a lesser understanding of the motivations involved here. Like maybe it's possible you don't understand all the motivations, or maybe they don't understand all the motivations. It's also possible, too, that maybe somebody just doesn't feel like they can bring motivation to this issue to kind of go ahead and enact that maybe they sort of feel like they want to let somebody else do that, which is kind of what we hinted at in a way too, because
it's interesting
it absolves them of blame on one level.
It's interesting you say that, because I feel the Chariot just speaks in terms of a standstill or a stagnation. Things sputter to a stop. And so it's almost like, one or both of you, if this is about the reconciliation, are waiting for something to happen instead of moving forward one way or another. So forward movement has ceased.
That's really good, yeah.
And I feel that is the crux to the problem here, that, there has to be, is a time, where movement is required. Somebody's got to make a decision so that the other can feel, I have to get on with my life, or, hey, let's try to bring this back together if we're going to do it.
When you combine the reverse Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and Ace of Swords, you also get that outcome there too, that there's something stagnating or something that's not quite wanting to move forward.
Right, and it's leaving things in a very precarious state. I wish I could give you more, info where this is going, but there's not really that big a clue here, other than to say, I have to say, the decisions don't look positive right now. They just don't. Or they look like they're just not happening. So somebody has to decide to just go ahead and do something. You know, whether it is confronting the other person about where are we going with this? Is this really over and done? This is the final thing, you know, and stop the waiting. Stop the hanging in limbo. That's the best I can tell you, Lena. I wish you luck with that. I know it's a difficult time for you right now.
Right. Overall, it just sort of seems like it's going to hold there for a little while yet. We're not really sure how long. I mean, we're not saying like a year, but, you know, it looks this way for probably several weeks more at least, if not a couple months even.
Hey, Dr. V. Good
Hi,
to
Dr.
see
V.
you. All right, so we are moving on to Angel Mary. And after Angel Mary is Gina, Weasel, Libra Cusp, Stacy, Angel Rivera, and Dr. V. Boy, it is just a beautiful day outside, but it is very muggy today, which I think is going to lead to our stormy weather later. So I'm hoping we aren't rained out at Mr. Monster's house. We're having an outdoor party there today for Father's Day later. But, you know, it is what it is. We definitely need the rain here for sure. So.
Okay, Angel Mary, we have that question. Go. So I think it's your turn.
This year. Yes or no on that to start?
Yes or no, yeah.
Okay.
And you're welcome, Lena. I hope it was helpful anyway, to some degree. Sometimes we can only clarify or kind of showcase feelings or attitudes that are going on. We don't always really see exactly a way forward.
It really depends how the cards fall. But I do think a way forward is somebody's got to break the logjam. You know, I think that's the message there, Lena. Somebody has to break it. And that means to do something. So, to shake it up.
So we have our two happy cats there in the display area, and then we have another happy cat's tail that thumps every once in a while.
Oh, man. All right. So I had a lot of fun at Llewellyn-a-Con this last week, a little over a week. They had great presentations from authors, and I believe those presentations are still available on Llewellyn's website, so you could probably go check those out there. I bought a couple books. I may buy a couple more things, maybe.
It was pretty good stuff.
One of them wasn't even on Llewellyn-a-Con, but when I was at their site, I saw a deck there that looked interesting. That's coming out in June. And so I don't know, but it was very good. And I really appreciate them doing that. It's a great marketing thing for them for sure, but it's also nice to meet the authors, you know, and ask questions. I thought it was very good.
Who are we on? We're on Angel Mary.
And so, Weasel, you are just 2 away after Angel Mary. There's Gina, and then you. We're doing yes, no, right?
Right.
Interesting. Okay, so it's leaning towards yes, Angel Mary. I don't want to get your hopes up super much, but it is leaning towards yes. So I think you might meet this person this year. We have two aces, the cups and the wands. One's reversed. And that last card was the 7 of Cups upright, which seems to indicate to me that there may be more than one person that you might meet this year that might be interesting to you. So, I mean, will you get married this year? Possibly not. I would think not. But would you meet this person this year? Likely, yes. But it might be more than one person. Or you might meet some people, one or two people before you meet that individual. What do you say?
You're going to meet somebody that you've been dreaming about.
Uh-oh.
And so
nice.
It's talking about an idealistic view. Like, it's not like you actually dreamed this person. but this is like the kind of person you've been dreaming about or hoping for. You will probably meet this. You will probably meet this person, and they seem to represent the kind of thing that, like I said, you've been hoping for. You've been thinking, this is what I would like.
I forgot about that element and that aspect of that Seven of Cups. Actually, Angel Mary, that card is a card of dreams and wishes and hopes and desires. And so when you meet this person, you will find that they kind of match up to some things that you have been dreaming about. So that's very positive in that regard.
Is it my turn?
You can go ahead.
So that means
Have I not gone?
my turn.
I'm not sure.
Answer the question.
No.
And I have pulled the Mountain.
Oh dear. Wow, but that's the first card, and then I have pulled the Coffin. And this is awesome, because you know what this means, Angel Mary?
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
I know.
Yeah, it's not oh dear. It basically means that there is an end to the struggles and obstacles that have been keeping you from meeting this person. And let's think about this now. COVID is subsiding in many places in the world, and people are starting to travel and move around again and socialize again. So as there's more gatherings and more opportunities for people to get together, that makes the obstacles kind of minimize.
I turned it to Sonny because he was just staring at me, and I thought, you're mad because you can't come over here. I'm turning it back now. But yes, I agree with this. I think the idea here is that it pertains directly to what your question is and what some of the tone of your questions have been with us too. And I'm thinking this is saying that in this time frame of this rest of the year,
right,
the obstacles will end, or wherever the movement towards those goals seems to have obstacles or impediments, those are going to be removed or end.
Looking good, looking like all systems are go. So, like I
Sure
said,
hope so,
you may
eh?
meet this person, but that doesn't mean that things are going to just boop, pop into place. But I
Right.
have a feeling this person will enter your life this year. All right,
So we hope so. Yep.
let's move on. Gina,
Hi, Gina.
what you got for us, Gina? And then after Gina is Weasel, then Libra Cuss, Stacy, Angel Rivera, and Dr. V.
Thank you, Angel Mary. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Well, believe me, if I could just wave a magic wand and make all this good stuff happen for people, I would. I most certainly would. One of my most fondest dreams would be of being Glinda the Good Witch.
Have you been watching Hallmark Channel again?
No. I have not. And that's your thing, need I remind you.
I haven't watched that show
That's true.
very recently.
That is true.
The Tropic of Cancer. Oh, that sounds like a song.
Manifest for solstice. Okay. Do you want to use, is it your turn? I believe it is.
Yeah, let's use the Adrian Tarot again, because it is kind of a deck of manifestation.
Okay. Also, just to tease again, we are going to be starting something new in July on the YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that and more information, hopefully by next Thursday's live stream and next Sunday's. So we'll be chalking it up, and it's something new.
The nude? Right.
I didn't say
naked
nude.
tarot.
I didn't say that.
You have to strip for us, and then we'll read for you.
It'll be naked cat tarot. Not naked human tarot.
Shuffle.
All right, I know that.
Oh, thank you. I really like this deck, too. I'm trying to remember
And
how I
of course,
came
as
across
soon
it.
as I started to shuffle, he leaned into me.
So sunny.
I know. So, Mr. Sun. So, look at that. Look.
If I didn't know better, I'd say he's acting like a Leo.
Well, so what is their sign? Did we decide they were Pisces?
We decided they were born in mid-March, so they're probably a Pisces
They're
still.
Pisces, probably.
Stacy caught what I said, I think.
All right.
Alrighty.
Okay, Mr. Scorpio.
Mr. Scorpio.
Ooh. Ha.
Oh, the Queen of Wands.
Our
Wow, this is a
first card.
very great card for the season.
Speaking of a manifester, look at this.
Justice. Does she look like Marilyn Monroe with a blindfold on a little bit? Maybe not.
Interesting card. Strength reversed.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
So what should you manifest?
Well, justice and strength often are in a dichotomy around each other.
Know.
And they're reversed. And so
Well,
I'm
not
wondering...
justice.
Justice isn't right, but so it's sort of like this dance, they're following each other around. So I'm wondering if the manifestation is about challenging the limits of justice with the applications of strength, sometimes having to really be a little bit tougher than we want to be. You know, sometimes we want everything to work out in a sense of fairness and unconditional love, but sometimes we have to be willing to apply a little bit of force there, and who better than to kind of wag that stick maybe as the Queen of Wands, you know, because she represents...
Speak softly, but carry a big stick.
But she represents a real positive influence, even if she has to necessarily dip into, you know, a slight, you know, off aspect of herself. She's a positive influence. She's the key networker, magnetic personality. She's the person who maybe when she can't use words and reason, she'll use a little stick to nudge it along rather than the carrot stick thing.
Well, this is interesting. You know, I'm looking at that justice in the middle, and justice, of course, means what it means. It means justice, but it also means bringing balance and harmony. And I get the feeling that's the key here. What you need to do, what you need to manifest is this issue of strength reversed here. I feel like this is a call for you to bring balance into this area of your life, you know, where, you know, you need to know when to apply appropriate force or pressure and when it's not good to do so. You know, I feel like this is it. You have to manifest a balance here, the balance, and know when in your life you need to apply, you know, force appropriately. In other words, to push the envelope on something, when you should, you know, come out and tell people what you feel and what you want and what you need. And when you should do it more subtly, when you should work at these things with more subtlety.
I'm also getting up the idea, too, that maybe because there is always that little bit of a sense of attraction with the Queen of Wands, romantic or otherwise, and looking at this, and I'm wondering too if this is just saying that maybe your challenge is going to really be how you meet some of your emotional and other close relationships fairly, with maybe the idea that you have to rebalance the sense of where you really sit with that person emotionally. Like maybe you can't force certain things with certain people.
True. So there's just, I feel, you know, you're going to be manifesting a new sense of balance and how you, you know, on how you apply force to things or pressure on things. I think might be a call to, like, I think you kind of were alluding to that in the beginning a little bit, Mr. O, that maybe to achieve this balance, you need to stand up for yourself more. You need to apply more force, pressure, or, whatever it is. Just project yourself and your wants and needs out there in order for the universe to respond. But this queen...
She is no shrinking violet.
This queen is like, she's going to manifest. So I do believe that is what's coming to you for sure. Oh. You got one, Mr. O? Oh my gosh. There you are. There you are, Gina. A force to be reckoned with.
The lady looks like a bear, sung to the tune of Dude Looks Like a Lady.
Oh, God. A force to be reckoned with, Mr. O aside here. The bear is all about feminine power and strength and security and standing up, being able to be very self-assured and confident in, being able to manifest, I think, what you want.
Right. You are basically, this whole process of your... what did you say? Manifest, what you wish to manifest is really manifesting your stronger self, your bear self, your she-bear. And the funny thing is that is sort of aligned, but sort of not aligned. It's sort of, some of this is saying, it mostly is saying it, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. It is. I think this is a real time of personal...
I didn't want you to go mama bear on me.
You know what? And I know it's cancer season and it's very emotional, and especially for those who might be having birthdays. But the thing is that this is a time of real personal power for you. Maybe it is because it is in your sun sign right now, but it's definitely a time where you will manifest a more balanced perspective and things through your self-empowerment.
And really, so there's a lot of room for corroboration between these energies here.
Yeah. Absolutely. Awesome, Gina. Power time for you this summer. Use it. That's what we have for you. Dude looks like a lady. Okay, Weasel. Hey, you are up. So let me see. You had the job question, right? It was about the two. I know we have it there, so I could just look it up. We're going to do the 2 and 2 card thing for that.
Okay, and you're going to pick a deck for that?
Yeah, I will.
I'm looking for it.
I'm trying to find it. It was about mediumship and... there it is. A career reading, healing or mediumship as a job. Doesn't know which one's more suitable. So let's do healing first and then mediumship second.
All right. Okay, Weasel, we got you.
All right. What haven't I used yet? The mermaid, maybe? I don't know. Probably that reflective one, but I'll save that. Okay. Okay, so after Weasel's Libra, Stacy, Angel Rivera, and Dr. V.
You're welcome. Sometimes I get that when I have my headphones on when I'm doing the editing of my videos. I don't know if it's feedback with my hearing aids. Might be.
All right, Mr. O, shuffle. I gotta get my, whoops, chat back down. There we are. Much love to you, Gina. So I give Sunny a little back rub here. My goodness, we were so busy this weekend. I forgot to post my Catterday card on Facebook. I feel bad about that. Sorry to the Facebook people. Did we get your card? Well, it was your card today, so yeah, we got that out.
Yes. All right. Whoops.
That's okay. So, the way I do it, I'm going to have you put them up there, but 1, 2, 3, 4. You know,
Okay.
so we do it that way, mix them up. So the first card is that. That's for job number 1.
The King of Swords upright.
And this is for job number 2. We'll talk about that in a minute.
And that's the Queen of Wands reversed.
And then we have the 9 of Cups, card 3. Wow. And then we have the Knight of Wands reversed for card 4. So one was healing and one was mediumship. And right now, I'm just going to have to say that healing seems like the better option for you. It shows you are more in your power here with the King of Swords upright, that it would be a wise decision for you. It seems like you have the abilities here to heal. And the 9 of Cups indicates you would get really great satisfaction, and not just satisfaction, but success out of doing it.
I think the King of Swords also indicates that this is an area where you would be in charge of yourself. You would be your own boss. You would have autonomy. Even if that doesn't exactly apply, you would just really have a lot of your own jurisdiction over your own duties. And I agree with Banshee on the 9 of Cups. And I also think that it's really the idea that you probably really feel really wonderful when you know you're healing somebody, that you're giving yourself your own endorphins. You're healing yourself in a way, and it feels really good.
Hi, I noticed somebody just popped in the room, Devil's Reject. You know what, if you can hang on, we've got a few readings in front of you. I'll go over the list in a minute, but there's maybe about, after this reading, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people in front of you. If you can hang on, we'll be glad to try to help you. Okay, so
on to the other side,
which was mediumship. Well, it's a little bit more of a struggle, a challenge there. There's the Queen of Wands reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed, which means I think as far as, career goes, it doesn't seem like it would be as successful.
I mostly am getting the feeling that there's a charisma aspect here because they're wands, and wands talk about networking and magnetic abilities, and I'm sort of getting the feeling that you're not able to generate a sense of trust, or people have feeling towards you. Like, I won't say that they distrust you, but they're not really clear on the concept, as they say, or they just somehow don't resonate towards that idea of you being a medium. And of course that could change, over time, or through how you parlay your skills. But it sort of looks to me like the healing area is really where you would be most easily accepted or able to work yourself into different venues.
Well, and the other thing is, with the Knight of Wands reversed there in that mediumship and the Queen, it seems to me that you might find yourself becoming less and less motivated. And I think, because sometimes there's stagnation or a lack of follow through with the Knight of Wands reversed, and I feel it might be because it's just not taking off for you, Nothing is clicking. And so you start to, if not lose interest, you realize this is just not working for you. And so therefore you become less and less inspired by it.
The idea here really with both of these is that there's not that you're not capable of those things, but really more like, and you sort of say it like yourself, maybe you're not your own best advocate to be able to articulate those things.
I think we're just doing one Lenormand, but we'll see what you get before I decide this. It's either for the first one or both. Okay. This is just an overview, Lenormand, for this whole situation, Weasel. The key is to do what inspires you and your heart the most, And maybe the thing that you feel you can reach, more people on a positive, life-affirming level.
So could that be saying that even though this looks like the more ready path to go, that if this was where the inspiration really lies, they should pursue that?
Possibly, But I almost feel it's also, I think it's hearkening to this in some way here. Because, the star card can be, about wishing upon a star, about wishes. And, you got the Nine of Cups there in the healing area, which is the wish card in the tarot.
Bam.
So for some reason, I feel it resonates more with that. But, it does say that really, it needs to inspire you. You need to feel inspired by whatever you decide to do. I think that's what the message here is of this is, make sure your heart is really into it. And also make sure what you feel you're doing is going to reach and benefit the most people.
But in a way, doesn't this really say what you just said
Yeah.
too, that Nine
Yeah,
of Cups? Okay.
It does. So that's where I'm leaning. What about you?
No, I agree with you. I think that this is saying that probably you're more likely going to be successful or actually end up really enjoying and feel like it's the key, it's what you're meant to do with that. This way may not really resonate as well over the long term, or that there may just be certain prospects there that aren't what you want.
Well, either of these jobs will require probably some social skills, obviously. And, you acquire that in time. I mean, Mr. O could tell you stories about me, when I was younger and my social skills or lack thereof.
I made her look good. No, I didn't.
No, he didn't. But you know what? Not much could make me look good because I was very shy and I was very, standoffish, for want of a better word.
But that's
I'm
why
not that person
That's
today.
why it worked, because I was really shy too, and I had maybe just only a few years before you figured out how to be less shy myself. So I was really the perfect person for you to meet.
So you know what? Regardless your astrology, regardless your Myers-Briggs or whatever something says about your personality, you can overcome these things, So don't let social skills stop you. The more you do things and the more you get yourself out there, the more you acclimate and the more you develop them. So no worries there, Weasel. And hey, good luck with that.
So good luck, Weasel. And can you answer Miss Dr. Victor, how many before him?
Oh, I'm going through the list right now, Dr. V. We have Libra Cuspis right now, and after Libra, Stacy, Angel Rivera, and then you, Dr. V.
So you
and
got
then
a couple more.
Zero Devil's Reject. And we will be nearing the end of our show by then.
Indeed.
All right.
Okay. So Libra Cusp, it is
Libra
now
Cusp
your
is up.
turn. And did they already ask a question?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think they did either.
All right.
Thank you. I'm glad I got that feedback from you. I appreciate that.
Was that my cards we used?
Yes, it was.
And it is
So
your
it's my
turn for Libra.
We're going to use the Cat People Tarot. What's coming towards you in the next 2 weeks? More hard work, probably.
Oh, thank goodness, everybody. Mercury's going direct this week. It has been a technological nightmare around here. We can't get our
Dr. Victor.
Kindle
Thank you.
Fire Stick to work anymore, which is just horrible. And that went out on us during this retrograde. We even bought a new one, and that's not working. So it's very technology.
I'm going through withdrawal from Loki.
Yeah, you couldn't watch Loki. We could have watched it on the computer, but, Mr. got to see it on the big screen.
Maybe later tonight. Before somebody finally spoils me with everything.
I know.
Thank you, Dr. Victor. That's very nice of you.
All right, let's see. One more. I love this Cat People deck. Why did I never buy one for myself? I don't know.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's hilarious that people keep saying, this Mercury retrograde's the worst one ever. Like, oh, we just said that a couple months ago.
They're all bad.
Could it really be? Maybe. Libra Cusp. Alrighty. Ooh, I like that.
Ten of Pentacles,
Ten of
Libra. It looks
Pentacles
awfully nice.
upright. and Ten of Swords reversed.
Well, now we go different ways on that one, I think, a little bit.
No, I'm going to probably go with you on that one. It's
Okay.
kind of interesting. It's 2 tens.
I know.
And then Devil reversed. So the devil's in the details, perhaps.
We just had the devil card yesterday
We
for our
did.
card of the day. Interesting. Well, so it's a Ten of Pentacles upright. That means good finances. Home life gets smoother. Either money coming into the home.
Physical
money,
security.
yeah, good financial security. That looks very positive. Now, the Ten of Swords in the middle is a little dicey, but for the most part, I think it means, that you're putting the worst behind you now, that it looks as though you're ready to kind of like start plucking those swords out of your back and get moving forward again. And the Devil reverse definitely says, hey, I'm taking off these chains that have been holding me back, and I'm free. Now I am free to make some progress in my life.
So I'm wondering, because you've shared some good news, a couple, 2 or 3 things going on that are really positive for you, and I'm wondering if this is the aftermath of that things solidify, you move into your new position, things get good there, and in general, what had been maybe plaguing you for some time, contrary forces, you found a way to kind of put them at bay or to upset the cards. Some of this may have been involved with decisions, with choices you made that maybe were still hanging around and having an impact on you. Some of those choices might have been just decisions that, I won't say they were obsessions or bad habits, but maybe they had a sense of that they were just not, like the TV commercial that I quote, you make good choices. Maybe somebody needed to just say, hey, come on, Libra cusp, you make good choices. But I'm just saying, seriously though, it's really about you deciding to cast aside some things and concentrate on the better outcomes that are coming to you.
Right. You want to make you obviously want to have better financial conditions, better security, and you are leaving a past behind that maybe held you back from that. And now it's as if, whether they were habits, whether they were behaviors of your own, or maybe from situations that involved others that held you back from moving in a more positive direction in your life. It seems like you've moved beyond that now. You're ready to move forward. And congrats on that.
So let's do the Lenormand.
Am I first?
I don't know.
I don't even know anymore, Mr. O. I'm just going to go for it. Ooh. Beat that.
It's so random.
Beat that.
Oh, maybe I did.
Let's put them together. Whoa. You've got the sun and you have the fish. And so basically something very positive is moving towards you. Success, happiness. The fish is usually about money and abundance, so it is very positive. Whatever's coming your way is going to enrich you in some way, whether it is financially or just, a feeling and a sense of joy.
I think these are real events that are coming to you, just cycles moving towards you that favor you. And I think that they don't necessarily say anything towards these two over here, because these two are maybe more internal to your thinking or your philosophies or what you feel in your heart. And so those are things you're just dealing with as you move ahead.
Well, that's what you're moving to.
But clearly you're moving towards good stuff.
Looking good, Libra cusp.
Happy summer.
Good luck with that. And hope things work out with the job.
Yes, you'll have to let us know.
All right. Hey, we are on Stacy. Stacy, you are up. Thanks for joining us today. Good to see you here.
Yes.
And then Angel Rivera, Dr. V, and Zero Devil's Project.
All right.
Or Reject. Sorry. Sorry
I'm
about
the Devil's Project.
You are. Okay.
How would I be graded?
D for devilish.
Debonair.
Oh, absolutely. With family undertones. Okay, that sounds good. We can do that. As Mr. Sunny Well, let me just see my computer. All right, I pick a deck. Let's see. I'm going to go.
Yes, it's your turn.
Sun.
Don't forget, everybody, to check out my show on Fridays, The Emotional Exchanges. Also, my other show, the short show, Goth Tarot. And, of course, just this morning at midnight, we released our monthly modality message. So those are all new. Plus, Banshee's Material Matters, which was this morning. We got a lot of stuff going on.
This was a crazy day for sure.
Well, crazy last few days.
Week building up to it, right. And with Llewellyn, wow, never a dull moment for me.
So thanks everybody for taking time out from your Father's Day or other events. All right, Stacy, the solstice reading.
Okay. So that first card is, what is heating up now? What will be the focus of your attention in the summer months in regards to family matters? Wow. Well, there's the sun here. So I'm hoping things, if they haven't been going well, that they will be improving. The sun is definitely going to cast a light on some things for you. I mean, here I said, what is heating up? What will be the focus of your attention? Right here is the sun. So I think that, maybe trying to lighten everybody up, or maybe enlighten them in some ways might be important.
Well, in this cosmology of the summer solstice, of course, it's the turn towards the dark. So we're supposed to say prepare for the dark time of the year. So it's ironic or contrasting that we get the sun actually showing up. And when you think about the legend of Horus in Egyptian mythology, and I know there were more than one Horus and more than one legend, but the idea was that he was there, the one I'm thinking of, to avenge his father, who his father is also a sense of the sun god. And so I'm thinking this is just saying really to take time to protect others, but things really look positive right now. There seems to be sort of a coming together of dual forces, perhaps, is what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I feel like, there's something that you can do to maybe brighten or bring success to a situation, bring something to fruition. If you're trying to mend something with family, or if you're trying to help family out in some way, or get help from family, it seems like it's possible. So let's see now. Let's move on to what illumination, revelations will the sun bring into the light of day? And it's interesting because that was about illumination in a way. Oh, so it's the Tower reversed. Well, it's kind of interesting here that it's coming up. So I think what might come out here is that, why do we keep repeating the same, maybe this is what's going to be brought up, is why do we keep repeating the same cycles with one another, and it seems to be getting us nowhere? We need a new approach. We need to bring this to light, what we keep repeating with one another, and change it.
And because you wanted the undertones of family, and we sort of feel, or I feel, that this could be saying that this is you or somebody else in the family, that maybe you're the one who's realizing, you have to work more on the solutions to move you back. Or maybe it's somebody else who that needs to come out into the open too, that maybe they're not really engaging in best behaviors too, practices.
Yeah, let's recap this when we get it done. So finally, the last one, the sun reveals our shadow. What does your shadow side reveal about, or the shadow of the situation? What does it reveal? The Three of Pentacles. I think what it reveals is that, you just want respect, or somebody in the family, or maybe in the situation is looking for mutual respect.
It's Stacy, and I'm thinking this card just says, you're better than this, you're worth more than this, that if it's about the family, they're not giving you that necessarily, or not in the way that, would really be the best way for them to do that. There may be somebody doing that, but I'm thinking overall it's not what you really need there.
Well, I know this is the shadow, and so I do think he might be right that you're not getting the respect you feel you deserve, or this has something to do with the entire situation, and, maybe it's not you specifically. The other thing about the Three of Pentacles is, maybe this idea, too, that everybody needs to work harder to stop repeating these cycles of behavior.
That's a really good point,
Yeah.
and thank you for that too, Stacy. Because this is what really needs to be revealed, right?
Right.
So I think it is true that maybe there's work to work on that is about rebuilding what was lost or destroyed, those connections. And of course, the tower can be an allegory for institutional things, but it can also be the institutionalness of your family or the family connection. So it's been revealed, I guess, or will be revealed, that more work needs to happen.
More work needs to happen, and I don't know, because let's draw the Lenormand before I draw this final conclusion.
Or
Do you wanna
its
go ahead
breakdown is not really, because that's the tower reverse too, that the
Right.
breakdown cannot be repaired, that the
Well, but
foundation...
that card is what the sun is bringing to the light of day. You're right. Let's see what this has to add, because before I make a final conclusion here, I want to add the Lenormand into the mix.
Oh, I thought you already picked.
Nope, I let you go first.
No more family secrets. You're going to love this then.
Oh, no. Go on, you're first.
Oh,
Is there a man involved by some chance? It doesn't have to be, but it seems like there is somebody else involved in this heavily. It could be a male.
or it's a masculine
influence.
energy. It's an aggressiver energy.
And there is chatter. There is talk going on. Whatever the case may be, there is chatter, there is talk. And
Maybe
it looks,
he's doing the talk.
Sometimes this can be gossipy, this can be, this can be negative. Sometimes the birds are more neutral than not, though, and it's just saying maybe the dialogue needs to happen, and if it's with a male individual or a particular individual in this family, it needs to happen.
Not yet, Dr. Victor.
You're coming up, though. One more in front of you, Dr. V, after Stacy.
So I'm wondering if that's, what they're saying is that this person is the person bringing gossip or bringing chatter there. And I don't know exactly how I see this aligning, because I'm almost wondering if, maybe, what's the first position again?
Well, that position is what's heating up. What's the focus? The focus is bringing things to light, shedding illumination on maybe this idea that we're just repeating the same struggles and problems over and over again, and we need to work harder on it, or, we need to mutually respect one another. We have to get to the point of respect. So no more gossip, no more harmful talk. Let's have constructive dialogue.
Well, I'm wondering if the person represented here, maybe it's the stepfather, aligns with that, because maybe this is a show. This is a mask they wear to try to assert patriarchy or whatever. But
Wow.
so I don't have a clear feeling on what they're doing, but I'm just wondering if maybe they're kind of cloaking themselves in that imagery there. The idea that they're here to repair things, but maybe they're really here to also turn.
Yeah. Hey,
Thank you.
well, anyway, thanks for picking the summer solstice reading. I hope you liked it. That's like I said, this is something that I just devised in this last week for our summer solstice special. We did one for the collective, and we're featuring it today on the show. So thanks a lot
Okay.
for that, and
Thank
I
you.
hope
I
you got
appreciate
something
that.
out of that. All right, and let's move on. We've got people waiting here. We got Angel Rivera is next, and then Dr. V, and then Zro Devil's Recheck.
All right.
And thanks for joining us today, Zro.
Thanks, Stacy.
If you like the show, please consider subscribing. We're always looking for more subscribers, and you'll be notified when we go live. Oh, interesting too. Well, I think you'll get the idea of who this applies to, Stacy, but definitely needs to be some constructive dialogue. No more talking behind people's backs or, having these conversations that go nowhere, that are not constructive, they're more destructive. It's time to shed a light on that and say, let's get to the point of mutual respect.
Yes, we do. Did you want that then?
Oh yeah, we'll do the solstice. Yes, Angel. That's the one I just did for Stacy. So it basically highlights what the focus of the summer is going to be, what comes to light, and what your shadow reveals. So if you want that, we'll be happy to do it. Oh, look at you. Just all snuggly. Yeah, that's right. You popped in a little late, so you probably didn't know that. All right, we'll do that one for you. As I try not to get Sunny's butt is where I'm shuffling the cards. All right, Mr. O. Did you give me any room to cut it all? Oh, thank you. Why, thank you for that. Okay. All right, Angel. So this first card is what is heating up now, what will basically be your focus of attention for the summer months.
We have the reverse Two of Cups, so there's
Yeah.
some harmony, trust issues. Maybe it's in a relationship. It could just also be in partnerships or other kinds of relationships.
Right, work relationships. There's some disharmony or some struggles, with communicating with others, that could get emotional at times.
It's the prickly heat.
So I think that's going to take up a lot of your attention during these summer months, whether it's with family, whether it's in your your emotional relationships or work relationships.
It's most likely some sort of partnership that you value.
And so the second card is what revelations the sun will bring to the light of day. Well,
Bummer.
Bummer. So I think, what it's saying is that it's hard to find hope sometimes when people are always bickering with one another. When there's conflict, it kind of makes you feel, demoralized in some way. So I have to say, this summer is going to have its moments of bringing you down a little bit. Maybe you've noticed some of that already with some of the things that have been going on during this Mercury retrograde.
It could be that all of the different projects or fun things for the summer, whether they are work related or maybe more on the personal, they just don't quite meet your expectation. Like maybe you plan a trip somewhere with the family and it's okay, but you were expecting it to be more fun. Or maybe it's that kind of thing at work or something else too, that just certain things you were sort of expecting to be a little bit brighter, not quite so much. That's what's revealed to you, I think.
Right. Maybe things that you thought were a sure thing are not. And of course that leaves you wondering, a little bit more pensive about, when's the next shoe going to drop kind of thing.
So now for the shadow.
So the shadow, what will the shadow reveal to you?
The Four of Cups upright.
Well, I think what it reveals to you is that you've got a lot of thinking to do, Maybe there'll be other opportunities for growth or emotional satisfaction that will present themselves. But, even then, I think maybe after what you've been going through here, you're going to wonder, is this what you really want? But don't miss a good opportunity because of things that have been kind of, maybe little clouds that have been clouding up your day. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the Four of Cups is a reflection that maybe what happened with the star, what was revealed, the the things that didn't work out really bothered you more. Like maybe they were more serious. They weren't necessarily, a trip that, you didn't like, or a dinner that, a celebration that, you didn't like, or something like that. I think that there's more serious things, and maybe it's more about, you looking at what you value in life. I mean, maybe it is about, a close relationship, maybe not necessarily your main partner, but maybe, siblings or people in your life that you really do have a lot of care about. And maybe what happens, you have to really decide to make them more of a priority too, or put them a little bit more, priority in your life.
Well, this may be something that you are, whatever it is, it's something that you're connected with. And I could even go so far as to say that this could, am I supposed to look at something, or
No.
you just, I could go so far to say as this could even be something that means a lot to you, as far as a goal or project goes, that maybe you've lost connection with it. And, you have doubts as to where it's been taking you and if it's worthwhile anymore. And so it's causing you to reflect on what's next, and whether you should do something else, whether you should maybe move into some other direction or opportunity. It's going to make you really do some soul searching, I think. I'm going to go first this time. So I think you did last time. Why is that screen up?
Because I had to answer somebody's question.
And, okay, that needed to be there for that? Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Because I can't do it from here.
Oh.
And I told you that
Gotcha,
before.
that's right.
The mountain and the dog.
Wow. So it almost seems like this could be colleagues, this could be friends, this could be family. There's a question of loyalty here of some sort too. And there is obstacles and struggles here and a little bit of trouble. So I feel like this is going to be kind of a difficult summer in relating to others, whether it is, it sounds work-like, but not necessarily. It doesn't, in a way. It also sounds like personal relationships.
Well,
family.
I think Angel kind of points it towards the former in a way, and I sort of see that too because of the mountain, and I'm just saying there's a correspondence between the Four Cups, is that what these, problems or difficulties are the things you're trying to get going for next fall, and it does give you a lot to think about. So perhaps it brings into question everybody's commitment. So it makes me really think that most of this was maybe more about that, because I always do get the feeling like you really do love your job, and for the most part, and that's a librarian, let's face it. But the idea that maybe sometimes you have to work with people that are less inspiring, are more struggle-ish, or maybe don't support your visions, don't support what you want to contribute.
Well, the profession has its own drawbacks and hang-ups, let's just say. And sometimes, it just seems like some of those mountains, are they worth climbing? Are you really loyal to the process or to the place? Is it time for you to consider other opportunities for growth? I think there's lots of questions, for you going forward. And maybe this is a time to do a little bit of that soul searching. Wow, I wish I had something positive to say about this summer, but it seems as though, things have been going this way, with the work environment for a little while now, Angel.
Already.
So, hey, good luck with that. And I hope you got something out of this reading that I just put together in the last week.
Thank you.
I did test it a couple times. I did. So I knew it was workable. All right. Ooh. So, hey, guess what, Dr. V? We are on you. You are up. And after Dr. V, we end with Zero Devil's Project Reject, if you are still here with us.
Okay, I'm going to look for Dr. V's question.
Okay, did Dr. V post it?
He did previously and mentioned it. There it is.
Okay.
What's Spirit saying about J&J offer? Closed or possibility?
Okay.
Your deck.
How do you want to do that?
Let's do a 3-carder.
Okay.
And then take it from there.
All right.
Okay, Dr. Victor.
We got you, Dr. V. I'm going to move this.
Thanks, Gina. I need that 333.
333.
For the last hour or so, I've been thinking about that barbecue we're going to.
You're just getting hungry.
A little bit.
Well, I hope it works out weather-wise. It does look a little bit
Dubious?
still sunny, but hazy sunny.
Well, they do have a canopy. Maybe we'll just shelter
Well,
over there
unless
if it
it's
starts
wind.
pouring.
They said wind and hail were possible, but that's in the later. I
hail.
think I think we're good. I think we'll be good. It's going to be later. That's my prediction, my weather prediction, Mr. O.
Okay.
If it happens at all.
Well, as much as you watch the weather, you should know it inside and out.
Well, I really semi-paid attention with all the stuff I was doing, so...
Good comeback.
So now I'm just predicting on my own here. I'm pretty good at predicting weather, though. Wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Careful how you answer that.
Yeah, you're okay.
Well, thanks for joining us for our solstice show today. It's been fun. I like summer solstice, but it's also bittersweet to me because, of course, now we're going into the dark half of the year. And me being a light Aries person, I kind of feel the sadness of the waning days, but I'll get over it. I also like fall, actually, so...
So what is Spirit saying about J&J's offer? Is it closed or is there a possibility?
Well, we may have to do a yes-no on this, but I'm looking here. We have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is upright. But then we have the Nine of Wands here, and the Nine of Wands is reversed. And then we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is upright. So an interesting combination here for sure. I'll let you go first. I'm thinking.
I think this decision is still maybe ongoing, but it may be that, and this happened before with some of your other questions, there are contrary opinions within that deciding body. Somebody may feel that, and I think that maybe they think you're probably good enough to where maybe you might end up going to another company, or they're not really sure how to utilize you, that maybe they think you have more ambition than what maybe they can give you right now. But somebody else really likes you, I think, or feels that you are a good fit for the company, or that you bring calmness and you bring clarity and you bring a balance, because the balance is there, of heart and expertise that's technical in nature. So I sort of feel like this isn't really giving us the exact answer that you're looking for. Yeah, we
might do something further for you here, but you know what? I'm looking at that Two of Pentacles. I have to agree with Mr. O on this, that things may still hang in a balance, that they haven't decided. And that Nine of Wands indicates to me that you are thinking about giving up, maybe, or moving on, or somebody is. If it's not you, it might be them, that they are looking towards somebody else. But I feel it could be you, that, you know, maybe you're saying, well, you know, how long am I going to wait on this, you know? But the King of Cups indicates to me that, and I feel here the King of Cups to me might be showing me some aspects of you here, that, you know, you've been patient, you've been trying to maintain some emotional stability, but it's getting to the point now where you're just wondering, is it all worth it, you know, and will you get something out of this? Do you see that? Or?
I do, in a way, too, and I think that, you know, there's a comfortability there, but there's just not really the ability to see where you're going there, that maybe you sort of feel like it's just, not worth waiting for, as she says.
So do we want to do?
Let's do the yes or no.
A yes, no. How do we want to word that? Like, will it come
Will
through?
J&J offer?
Yeah.
Make the offer.
I think you have the cards. Do you want to shuffle first? Oh, I have the cards. Whoops.
Yeah, I do want to shuffle first.
Right.
And I'm with you, Angel. Fall is my favorite season. Winter's
I love
not
fall
bad.
colors. We're Michiganders, and we get such beautiful fall color here. But I'm sure a lot of other places do, but spectacular views.
I can't take too much of the heat, but I'm probably better at it than some people, but
And to me, the seasons have shifted a bit, or the climate. And so fall can be quite warm here too at times. So I can sit outside till the end of October a lot of times, and I kind of like that. I do, sitting out there in the slight crispness of fall.
Count 'em up, lady.
Wow.
Interesting.
It's leaning towards no, Dr. V. And look at this. Our first card was that Two of Pentacles again, and this time it's reversed. And then we had the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Knight of Swords reversed. I think that's critical here, because the Knight of Swords reversed indicates the coming or going of maybe a matter connected with a decision of some sort. And it looks like it's not positive. And with that Two of Pentacles reversed too, something is not right. Either ultimately you're not going to be happy with this and you might reject this, or you might just give up like the other cards indicated, or there might be a negative decision, that they just decide not to go with you.
My feeling is they're probably not going to make you the offer. It doesn't seem like there's a great chance of that.
Or that it's an offer that you will like.
Yeah, that too. And I think that maybe possibly before that, you might decide that you realize this is going to happen and that your movement will put you back out there again looking for something else. I get the feeling like it's you're moving in a different direction than them.
Well, at least that's the way the cards are leaning now.
Yeah, it's
my
true.
first, I don't even know.
I don't know.
But I'm going. This one kind of popped into my hand, so let's see what it says.
And one just fell out of my hands and I can't find
Really?
it. But I have another one, fish.
Wow.
And a letter.
Well, this is interesting to me because I wonder now if they're going to give you an offer and maybe it's just not going to feel acceptable to you. Or, on the other hand, you may get an offer from somewhere else that might be more acceptable.
I think that's what it is. That's what I felt. I feel like you could possibly get a different offer.
Yeah, because
And you might
that's
like
money or finances, something fluid. Some news is coming to you soon, I think.
I'm going to pick the bottom card just because
Uh-oh.
I feel I should. And yeah, now I absolutely do believe, you will get another offer, or something very important will happen that just kind of overtakes the idea of it
Kind
being
of
an offer.
completes things.
Yeah, this is a completion. So it could just be too that maybe the offer comes back as a different offer or a different sense of process. But I think there's going to be a good ending one way or the other for you. I'm not sure when. It sort of feels like it's moving on a few months from now to me.
Hey, that's what we see right now for you, Dr. V. You'll have to keep us posted on that. I don't know, didn't we before act like J&J would come through? So
We might have, yeah, but it
it's
seems
hard-
like it's been a while.
Yeah, I
so-
know. Maybe things have shifted and changed. So keep us posted one way or another. We'll be curious to see what happens there.
And some of you guys, we keep looking at this over and over again, and it does seem like it's mostly consistent. So we appreciate you keeping up with us on it, and we're glad that we're able to help you a little bit.
All right, so let's see. Hey, Zero Devil's Reject, are you still with us? As well, ready to do your reading if you are, and thanks for joining us today.
They did post a question
did they?
too,
I didn't
so we
think-
could possibly just go ahead with that. Let's see if I can find it.
Okay. Well, I wish you luck, Dr. V. Who
Good luck.
knows? Never say never, but it looks as though something's shifting to more negative now as far as J&J goes.
There it is. Struggling mentally today. Okay, so
It was
no,
not
you
a
didn't.
question.
You didn't ask your question yet. So Zro, if you're still there, go ahead and answer the question.
Yeah, we'll give you a few
or ask the
moments.
question.
Did you want to make any more announcements?
I'll just run my summer promo one more time and remind everybody that they can also look on our YouTube channel for our summer solstice special.
We had so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. But
Oh,
also
God, but
to
please excuse our bad singing.
don't forget to check out all of the content on our channel, such as the soul stories or the modality message or my emotional exchanges or banshees material matters. And don't forget, of course, that we do schedule another live stream this week. That'll be on Thursday at 7 p.m. And now we're just waiting for Devil's Reject.
Yeah, they'll be probably the last call. Gian will end just a few minutes early if they are not here. Thank you, Gina.
We will tell Monster.
We will definitely tell Monster.
Hey, I have a new appellation. I am the monster of all monsters. Well, the monster of that monster.
The monster of all monsters, I'd say. Just saying, Mr. O.
So we'll give a shout out one more time. I don't think she's here with us, but
Mama T,
Mama
yeah.
T gave us this beautiful backdrop that we use. It's got a little bit of everything in it. It's very sacred to us. So we really
we
appreciate
hope
that.
so. You know, all I can say is Mr. Monster's significant other really knows how to work the grill and the barbecue. She's really good. And we always get good food there. And we got to go and grab some things on the sly. I've been really slacking. I have to get back to baking again, but my kitchen is a disaster right now. I need to get it in order so I can bake. And I better do it soon because we're going to visit his mother, and Mr. O's mother is expecting a nice brown chocolate, a brownie with walnuts in it. That's all she wants. No frosting, just a chocolate walnut brownie. And I have a pretty good recipe, so I'll have to get that together for her, or I better not set foot in her house.
So we're asking one more time for Zro's Devil Reject if they're here. But I have a feeling, no, it looks like a lot of people have dropped out.
Yeah. But that's
thank
okay.
you, Gina.
Bark monster. That is for sure. Well, you know what? I think I'll end the day since we seem to be done.
So that means you're the mother of all bark.
I'll end the day with a card from my Mermaids and Dolphin deck for the collective. We'll just throw a card and end the show that way since it is solstice and it is summer and everybody, you know what? It's funny today. I know I should be wearing fiery stuff, but I've got the sun and the moon here, and it almost looks like an equinox kind of theme, but in a way, I feel like now we have the moon here, and like the moon is about to take over for the sun. And so we're doing, and also my shirt is very watery, and in the summer, we deal with a lot of fire and water energy because everybody loves to go out by the water in the summer, whether it's a lake, a river, go swimming, and get out in the heat of the day.
He does look serene.
I'm going to have you pick a card. What you got?
Oh, Proteus.
Proteus?
Number 43, the old man of the sea.
The
I resemble that remark. I am an old
We
guy.
have an in-joke about that.
I'm an old guy, and I'm Scorpio. So get off of my.
That is so funny.
Get off of my lily pad.
That you pulled
my
that
seashell.
card.
Okay.
Okay, so Proteus, the old man of the sea. The key word for this is perception. The old man of the sea can foresee the future, and when caught and forced to, warns against undertaking anything that might become a troublesome burden. Your interests need guarding in the same way that his daily job was to guard Poseidon's herd of seals. If not, you risk being quite at sea and totally wrong. Discovering the as yet unseen truth in a situation may be as difficult as the old man of the sea was hard to catch. Being able at will to change shape into a lion, dragon, panther, fire, or a tree. Not to be intimidated was the secret to catching him. Only then would he admit himself vanquished and talk. Future success lies in your sensible versatility. So that's kind of interesting. Perception. Perception is the key. Anything to add, old man of the sea? I'm not going to do it.
I'll let Gina add.
He's a prognosticator like Proteus. Gina can have the last word on that. Yes, Mr. O is. Absolutely.
The Mother Barker Baker. Boy, if I say that 3 times real fast, I'm sure something's going to slip.
I will be sure to take picture on Twitter of my creation, because it has been a while now since I baked from scratch, but I'm about to do so again. And I know I haven't lost it.
Now,
I'm pretty good at the darn baking
we're supposed to
thing.
pick up a carry-out of food, something my mom would like. And, of course, the consensus is maybe Chinese.
Maybe.
She's not real big on that for some reason. Yeah.
It's okay.
What would you like, my dear?
I would almost rather have the Thai food, but I don't think she would like that. But the other thing is maybe the Mediterranean,
I don't know that she would like that.
Yeah, see, I wonder about that.
I think she's more likely to like Thai food because we could just say it's Chinese food and it will look like it. It's rice, it's got pieces of vegetables.
Well, as long as you don't get it too, spicy for her.
Are you kidding? She loves it spicy.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have prattled on. And anyway, hey guys, Banshee the Baker, you bet. This Banshee can bake.
She can kick butt while baking.
Mr. O does like my baking, so I don't know if I'm really that good, but I will say, I have pleased a number of people with my baking skills, so it's back at it. It's time. Even though I did not buy myself I never did get myself the KitchenAid I wanted.
Uh-oh.
Oh. But anyway, I do have a hand KitchenAid mixer, so I will be using it. All right, well, Sunny says, have a happy solstice, and thanks everybody for joining us today. We've had a great time with you all. Good to see some people we haven't seen in a while, like Stacy. Wonderful to see you here. And
thank you.
Take care, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.